Yo, what's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you guys how I play my druid. Specifically for Squire Royal. I might do an arenas video later. Making this video just because a lot of people ask and I see a lot of people are interested, and I also don't see a lot of people playing druid the way that I play it. So I'm just going to make this video really quick to show you guys how I play it, kind of explain why I do what I do and what feels better for me. Okay, so these two perks are the foundation of support druid. First, we have Life Bloom Aura, restore an additional 1 health to target when caster yourself or allies within aura range, which I believe is 6 meters, and disable shapeshift. So this is pretty big. Every time you heal a teammate, you're getting that 1 extra HP, but this also stacks with natural healing, which is pretty huge too. Recover yourself and nearby allies for 1 HP every 3 seconds. So combined, that's 2 HP every 3 seconds, which just adds to that resilience. It also stacks on top, like if you guys are sitting in a mending or you put Nature's Touch on somebody. It's just pretty big, and it just adds to the resilience of your team. Also, getting hit by mobs, not having to take a pot every time is pretty cool too. Dreamwalk is, I would say, the most powerful perk that Druid has. I would say Dreamwalk kind of makes me want to play Druid support rather than Cleric support. This perk just saves you so many times, countless times. You could use it to bait people in. You could be the one to scout a room to see if you're going to get jumped. A lot of people think they have the squishies caught, so then they, full commit, and then you just phase right through your teammate as your teammate kills them. Squire Royal, I've found Force of Nature is pretty awesome. Every time they get in a fight, every time they take a tiny bit of damage, they get that 5 fizz power, which is insane. That's pretty huge. And then for spells, this is kind of my spell setup for Squire. So we got the Nature's Touch, the 2 Nature's Touches. You definitely want to bring the orb. It just helps you get that Nature's Touch on to your teammate, or also if somebody's running away and they're actually one, this will finish them. But you're gonna need as many of these as possible because your teammates you're gonna find it's kind of hard to hit, especially with the servers. Like, I don't know if it's a server tick rate issue or something, but it's actually pretty hard to get this on your teammate. Restore is huge. I would say these two are like the main holders, the main carries of the comp. And then Dreamfire, this is your huge, the only burst healing you have about, I know this is 12 seconds, but after you cast it and load up Dreamfire, it's really about 9 to 8 seconds. So you have about 9 to 8 seconds to land this Dreamfire on an enemy with and then there's a second delay too. Normally I just throw this on the person that I'm pocketing, because it doesn't damage them, and whoever's melee fighting them will get hit from the radius damage. Also, if they have 2 people on them, just throw it on the person you're pocketing, because this does stack. If you hit 2 enemies with this, it'll work, and it'll heal your teammate for double, which is huge. So your teammate could essentially just 2v1 or 3v1 if you're landing these Dreamfires, right? I would recommend not to use these. Don't just start throwing Dreamfires in the beginning of a fight. Sometimes you have to, obviously, but you kind of want to hold on to these. These are really your only burst healing to get your teammate out of a fight, especially if they don't have a heater shield to hide behind to let all this passive healing work. They're just going to get cooked if you run out of Dreamfires. Normally, I have Treant in this position, but since the nerf, Treant doesn't trap people for the first 3 seconds, and it's really frustrating. Treant is huge. Don't get me wrong. Treant is really strong. It gets kills. It's really annoying. It's probably the strongest thing you have in your arsenal, but Thorn Barrier just really, really traps them. And then in this, in trios, you're kind of slow, especially with if you want the ideal bruiser comp, like that 2 frontline comp. This really helps out. The Thorn Barrier I just found is just really, really awesome, really helpful, especially in the first layer. Because normally by the second layer, you should find enough knowledge to summon Treant, right? The Thorn Barrier has been way better than Treant, for me at least. Mending Grove is huge. This is just amazing. This is an amazing perk. I would say with this one though, I would recommend you gotta know the pace of the fight, because imagine you guys see a team and your teammate takes a lot of damage, so you throw the Mending Grove thinking, oh, my teammate could just heal full, but then the trio just runs into the Mending Grove and bullies you out of it. Then now they have the Mending Grove and they're healing. So you got to be careful how you throw this one. Usually you want to throw this right behind a choke point, or throw it if you know the enemy team is running and one of your teammate needs a heal. Just be sure not to throw in mending so the enemy could just bully you out of it and steal your heals, because this will definitely cause you to lose a couple fights if you use it wrong. So just be careful with this, but it's huge if you can use it right. I would value these more. Use these like just trying to get it on as you're running into the fight. Not as valuable as the hit scan and the self implementing Nature's Touch. So yeah, but these are also huge though too for like people running away and stuff. And then the bark skin armor. This is kind of a little bit of like tech that I use with my girlfriend, right? Or my Merc Queen. So she plays the dwarf skin. She gets 10 additional armor rating. She wears a helmet that gives her 23 or 24 additional armor rating. So she's already at 30 headshot damage reduction. I'm sorry. So she's already at like 34 headshot damage reduction. I always throw this on her so she gets that additional headshot damage reduction of 10. So she's sitting at 44% headshot damage reduction. This can trick a lot of people. They think that, oh, I landed a headshot, this person's weak, but they're getting like a lot of passive healing, and they have 44% headshot damage reduction, which is, it's just huge, man. It's really big. This, I would say this perk is kind of like the perk, or this spell is kind of the spell that is like kind of throws a lot of fights in our favor, just because that's a lot of headshot damage reduction, and obviously armor rating by 50. It's like an additional strong helmet. I mean, that's huge. This is huge. Treant next in line. You want Treant to be next, and then just gather knowledge as you go through the first and second layer, and you should be able to cast this by the last layer or second layer even. The next I would do Entangling Vines. This is kind of hard to use, but it could be useful. You'll find that a lot of people, if you play this comp right, are just going to try to run from you, because that's just how strong you guys are. You guys are just not going to die most of the time. So for the Squire gear, this is what I would say. I would say never use a staff. This thing is terrible. All of your spells, if we go look at your spells, they only scale for 0.25. That's nothing. 0.25, 0.25. This doesn't scale at all. It's only 10% max health bonus. So this doesn't scale at all. This is 0.25, 0.25. It's almost like not even worth it. It's just not worth it really to run all of this stuff that only scales for 0.25, right? So that being said, I would really never run Ceremonial Staff. It's extremely hard to cast fast, like at least the way that I play Druid. It's just not doable. It's really not doable. Even with the Staff of Gluttony with the extra cast speed, it's not doable. Maybe in a world where you had like 100 cast speed and like 40 dex, so the release isn't that bad. But no, just never use this. Never use this. The crystal ball is kind of usable. I would only use it if you found like a legendary in the first layer, maybe a purple with magic healing. But if it's blue or less, I would not use the crystal ball at all. The book is definitely the way to go with this build. You just need to be able to cast extremely fast, and you need your spells to land. Nothing really scales anyways, so it's just worth it for the spell book. Don't waste your time with the staff. It's just going to feel terrible, right? Then for the spear, I love the Morningstar. I think the Morningstar has the best attack pattern in the game. It's pretty awesome. But the spear is just so good on Druid, being that you could hit over your teammates from the back line to help out, because there will be some downtime, especially like if you're just cleaning up and your team is fully healed. There's nothing really much for you to do. You're going to pull out this spear, and even with your damage being like 12 or 10 or whatever your damage is going to be, this, if you land a headshot, is still going to hit for 60. This is still going to hurt. This is going to be very powerful, and it has that range too. So this combined with Dreamwalk, say like somebody's pushing you and your team is kind of far, you have a lot of wiggle room, right? You can land a headshot as they're running at you, and then you could go for a block. This has like the best block out of all of these things, by the way. You don't have a shield option. This is like the best shield option as well. And if you do successfully block, the repulse hurts so hard, and it's really easy to land a headshot if you just jump and go for the swipe. And another thing is you have Dreamwalk too, so you get a free hit on them. You have a chance to land a repulse. If you miss the repulse and they hit you and they pot your dream, just run away and phase through your teammates and wait for your dream to come back up. And you'll see how much wiggle room you have using the spear, how much damage you could do using the spear, even with 10 strength and no dex. You know, so if you're in a corner, this is good blocking. It's just the best weapon. I run knowledge on all these pieces. These are all knowledge pieces: pants, shoes, gloves, head. And the Regal Gambeson, I've been experimenting with it. I actually find it's pretty cool in Squire Royal. When you have this much armor rating and you have Dreamwalk and your heals are passively healing you, you'll find that you're actually extremely tanky. People will get really annoyed about how tanky you are the whole time you're riposting them, landing headshots. So the Regal Gambeson has been pretty fun in Squire Royal, but you could use anything. The padded tunic is cool, but like I said, the spear already hurts. So this is kind of pointless. You're going for 2 extra damage on a spear that's already hitting for 60, you know, and so I'd rather just take the PDR. It does make you slower, but in trios, it doesn't really matter as much. Okay, so this is going to be how Merc Queen runs her frontline cleric. She runs Smite. Smite is really strong. The magic damage tears people apart. She did have Judgment, but I had her put on Res with Requiem. Just because in Squire Royal, there's always going to be a 3rd, 4th, 5th party, and being able to reset on the fly is incredibly valuable. It feels so good. She tried playing fighter recently, and it just felt terrible. Getting the heart, getting all the gear, it just wasn't it. I would say is super mandatory, but one tip would be is to not to focus too much on the book. You are frontline. You want to be in the front on your shield. You only really want to pull out the book for res. That's pretty much it. And lessers if you have the time. And bind is incredibly strong as well too. You know, in this composition, you guys are pretty slow, and people running away from you is going to be a common thing. Bind combined with Thorn Shield, Thorn Bush is pretty strong. That's huge too as well. As for the perks, you know, Requiem is necessary. Blunt Weapon Mastery is huge, and Faithfulness, all these scale with Smite and make it feel better. Brew Mastery is just amazing. If you could bring in the brews, it is incredibly strong. And you could even just throw this on and find brews in the dungeon. They're in barrels. There's a lot of them. So that's kind of just a good perk to have. You could switch this out for whatever you want though, honestly. But for sure, I would take these 3 perks, Smite and Res. As for her Squire gear, Ceremonial Staff is valid here because she's not looking to cast anything extremely fast, but this helps her lesser heals scale a lot better. That's like 8 extra healing for 2 lessers, which is pretty huge. And she only uses this to cast Res. The only time where this would be hard to use is when you're trying to cast Bind on somebody, but that's almost never an issue. Honestly, Hound Skull is going to be the best. The reason being is that headshot damage reduction, 24. Combined with a Dwarf Skin and Bark Skin, that's 44 total headshot damage reduction. That is huge. They're going to do, I would assume, less damage if they hit you in the head rather than the chest, or just about the same. And that can confuse a lot of people. You know, they think they landed a headshot, they think you're weak, but they really did no extra damage and you have a bunch of passive healing going. That could sway the fight definitely, make them overcommit and get caught. For the chest piece, Champion Armor, it's just strength and vigor, which is amazing. Plate pants, again, PDR. For the gauntlets, you could go heavy for more PDR, but honestly, having that extra agility and strength can feel really good. Dwarf Skin, and you're feeling extra slow. And she normally runs plate boots. I'm guessing you could swap these out for dex boots. It is kind of a hit to your PDR, but the dex should feel nice and the move speed should feel nice too. And then this is kind of another like little tech. The Dwarf Skin can fit behind the heater shield almost entirely, and that is pretty good. If she's at 1 HP and I tell her to shield up, she becomes almost invincible, and every second that she can buy to stay alive counts, because that's every second that my passive healing gets to, you know, bring her back up. So the heater shield is almost super necessary in this build. I mean, again, it just adds to that resilience to your front line, holding doorways, holding choke spots, you know, staying alive, just being really annoying to them. And Morningstar, don't got to say anything, best weapon in the game, pretty much. Amazing pattern, lots of damage. It's pretty awesome. And that's pretty much her build. That's pretty much what her build looks like. She plays it really well. So, you know, we play a lot together too. We also have a lot of chemistry. So, you know, that goes into factor a lot.
All right. Okay, that's better. That's better.
On to the next one.
Run to the next one.
You're good. You're good though. If you want to fight. You're great. You're good. Oh, go on. Get finish. Finish him.
You guys are fucking about to win this shit, actually. That guy's just healing you guys. What an idiot. You guys are gonna win.
Thank goodness.
It's all about that survivability. It's all about surviving, bro. Let's fucking go, bro. Come res this motherfucker, dude. Let's do it.
Hold on. I got a fucking...
We're fighting a team up here, but we're chilling.
Different teams on me, chasing me right now. I'm dead. I fucking can't believe it, dude. It's third party like no other. I've never experienced third party like this but today.
Mini Grove. Sit on your shield.
Sorry, Dr. Mo.
All right. Oh, I headshotted you. Oh, I have nothing. Go. I have nothing.
You can stand in that buff ball. It'll heal you.
Merc, no, come back. Take a pot. Bitch! He's dead. No. Oh, Merc, you're doing so good. Oh! Dude! Yeah, he went in anyways, bro.
I didn't see he had box.
Yeah. Damn it, bro.
They should be low.
Nah, they got a druid healer. Sit on your shield. Shield only.
Holding.
Yep. You got him.
Fuck. He wasted his VOC.
Oh! No, you got it. Please get him. Don't let him reset. You got it. Easy, one more. Yeah. Let's go. Hit the res.
Go, Merc.
Yeah.